Hello and welcome to Knit All the Yarn podcast. My name is Lisa and I live in Michigan with my husband and my two girls. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as 72 Stitches. And this is episode 75. Reach for my coffee here. Coffee in my Scrappy Sunday mug. Pumpkin spice creamer. And today is Sunday, October 25th, 2020. I believe it's Pablo Picasso's birthday today. I could be wrong. I don't know. This is a podcast about knitting, crochet, sometimes cross stitch, whatever crafty thing I'm up to. If you are new, welcome. And if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. You can find all the show notes in the description box right down there. I'll have links to patterns, bag shops, yarn, all that good stuff right down there. All right. I think that's my spiel. I told the date. Yeah. All right. I have a lot of finished objects. Five finished objects and 4 works in progress. I wasn't going to show one, but I changed my mind and I'm going to show it. Before we get started, I'm wearing I'm calling it my Doctor Who scarf. But really it's a cowl. I finished this in May, I think. I just knit a big tube and Kitchenered the ends together. And yeah, if I stand up, I put this around my neck, it's like almost touching the floor. And I'm about 5'4"-ish, 5'5"-ish, somewhere around there. And this is all nomadic yarn scraps. So it's finally cold enough to wear it, and I'm so excited. Okay. And I'm going to be clearing my throat a lot. I don't know if it's allergies or I just haven't been talking that much this morning. So I apologize. Maybe some coffee would help. Okay. Before I get started with finished objects, I want to talk about my make-alongs / KALs over in my Ravelry group. I had the blanket along, Scrappy Blanket along. I'm pretty sure it's hashtag Scrappy Blanket KAL 2020. And that runs till the end of the year. You just have to work on your blankets. Doesn't matter what pattern, what weight of yarn. Just show your progress. You don't even have to finish your blanket. And that ends December 31st. And the other KAL, I guess this one is not a KAL. It's a make-along. The other one, the blanket one, you could do knit or crochet. Doesn't matter. My second make-along, I am hosting with Amy from Happy Little Yarn podcast. You should go watch her podcast. It is the Stocking Stuffers mail. Got me sticking out with my hashtag. Stocking Stuffer mail. And this one ends December 31st. There's a few rules. Probably the biggest rule is no whips. These projects are small that fit into a stocking. So, yeah, no whips, since they're very small items. Yeah, just make something to fit in a stocking. It could be knit, crochet, cross-stitch, weave, sewing, anything. And that one also ends December 31st. I have, my brain. In my Ravelry group, there is an FO thread and a chatter thread. So post your pictures in there or use the hashtag. Same thing with the Scrappy Blanket along. Over in my Ravelry group, I have just one thread open. Okay. Whew. I think that's it. We can now get on to the finished objects. No, we can't. The stocking stuffers mail. There's a chatter thread and an FO thread. The chatter thread, I will be drawing 5 winners for pattern prizes that from Boston Jen. I should start this over, but I'm not going to. I hope that makes sense. And then from the finished object, I have 1 grand prize. Right now I have a bag and some stitch markers. I have to go through my stash and see if I can find some yarn. Yeah, still working on that. But I have the end until the end of December. Okay, I think that is all. I hope that made sense. If you have questions, just ask me. Or you can watch my previous podcast. I'm pretty sure I went through all that already. All right, let's go into finished objects. Oh my goodness. Look at these. Here are your socks, Amy. I know, you know I finished them earlier. I have to show them on the podcast. And it's all right because it's not Christmas yet, right? So this is mustache yarn. This red and white is Elfed socks. And the green is Holly Jolly. Yep. My friend Amy sent me this yarn so I could make her socks with them. And she's letting me keep the rest so I can potentially make socks for myself. This red and white one was 100 gram. And the green was a 50 gram. So I'm thinking I could probably make some more Christmas socks for me. So, yep. And I'm going to try my best to put these in the mail, Amy, either Monday or sometime this week. So you will have them for Christmas. All right, finish object number 2, more socks. Oh, I love these ones too. These are for me. Oh, look at these. Scrappy socks. I bought a Halloween mini skein. I think it was just Halloween mini skein set from Yarn Cafe Creations. And it just worked out where I think there was 8 colors. So I did 8 colors. And then I did 8 colors. So then I decided just to do the heel and Gentry Gray from Patton's Gray. It's a dark, it looks black, but it's a very dark gray. So now I have Halloween scrappy socks. I'm so excited. Alright, that is all of the socks. Now, move on. Oh, these look kind of bad because I made some hats for my kids, and they said, I want them now, and they've been wearing them. So they're a little stretched out, and I have a little tail of wool with them, but it's okay. Now I know better, and I'll get on with it after I get some coffee. So I made my kids some hats, 2 of them, and as you can tell, they look kind of small. So I did a folded brim. I used the numbers from the Sockhead Slouch hat, and yeah, just did a folded brim. Now, I did folded brim for 2 inches. Now what I should have done is started with a different color, change colors, and then knit. And then I would have had enough. They were just like, they come like right about here on them. So their little ears stick out. So if I would have done that, I would have had enough. But this is what, I made myself hats out of these yarns. And this is what I had left, so I thought I could do it. I tried. I mean, I had enough to close them and everything, but I do not like playing yarn chicken. So I probably will be making them more because I love making these hats. And I will be doing the inside brim a different color. I think I have some purple and pink left that I made their cowls. I made them some cowls last year. I think there's 50 grams of each one. Did I weigh these? I think there's like 40-ish. Yeah, pretty sure there's about 40 grams. So I'm thinking if I use a different color, I will have enough. I can make them a little bit longer. I knit 2 inches. I did this purl row, and then I knit 2 more inches, and then I folded, did the folded brim, knit them together, and then I knit 5.5 inches from here, and then I did a decrease. Now I did the decrease different than the pattern because they had you do knit 2 rows, decrease row, knit 2 rows, decrease, and I didn't have enough yarn to do that. So I did a knit row and a decrease row all the way to the end. So it's okay. They still wear them, they still like them. I just like my hats a little bit longer, so I look at them, I'm like, those are way too short. So it's it's like a beanie, pretty much. A very tight, short hat. No slouch. 0 slouch. So I gotta put those back downstairs because I had to go fetch them because they wanted to wear them. They didn't want to wait. So I guess that's a good thing. All right, one more finished object. And how do I say this? I'll just show you. Look what I did. I made another dishcloth. I saw Kay from the Crazy Sock Lady knitting all those dishcloths, and I'm like, I want to knit more dishcloths. The last couple weeks have been a little stressful, and dishcloths are my stressful knitting. So whenever you see dishcloths, you'll be like, oh no, Lisa's stressed out. So this is Knitpicks Dishy Twist in the Fiesta Red colorway. And this is the Grandma's dishcloth pattern. I do the no holes version. And the only difference I did was I used a US 6 instead of a 7. So yeah, I bought more Dishy. I only bought 7 balls. Is that a lot? I bought 7 balls. I added up how many dishcloths I made so far this year, and I want to shoot for 100. I think I counted ahead in the 80s, 87, 85-ish so far. So if I knit all of the Dishy that I have, I should be in the hundreds. Whoop whoop. Alright, that is all of my finished objects. Wow. Finished objects in 13 minutes. I really don't like that. I have an iPod Touch that I record on, and it used to have it has the time, or it had the time up there when I was recording, but now there's a big red box around it, and now it's like I keep looking at it. It's very annoying. Apple, please change that. I don't like that. Okay. Works in progress number 1. Stitching a plaza bag. These are a Christmas gift, but my friend already knows that she's getting them, so I will show them. There are going to be some items in the future that I will not be able to show. So, content might be a little light in the next month or 2. Tag. Here is my tag. Night Owl Fibers. This is my first time working with her yarn. This is the Barn Owl Base, 7525, and this is Elvis Dumbledore. This was a special club colorway. I'm sorry you cannot get it right now. She'll, I think, release it next year. So just keep your eye out. Oh, I Look, Amy. These are beautiful. So I just need heels. That's what those markers are for. And I asked her and we decided that we're going to use gray for the heel. And this is it's crab apple yarns. Oh, I have no idea what that is. Gloucester? This brand of yarn names all of her colorways after apples. I thought that was interesting. So I guess that's an apple. Go figure. Yeah, this is 64 stitches. For hers, I do, if I have enough yarn, 15 rows of 2x2 rib. And I use 2.5mm needles. Oh, I love these so much. And I believe that she bought me this color for Christmas. So we will have matching socks one day. I'm so excited. I will knit this again. I love this color so much. All right, is that it? I think that's it. So yeah, just need heels. And this is row 1 mini. I think that's where I was going. Row 1 mini. It's a subscription where they send you a mystery bag of minis. Like 10, I think 10 grams? 10. Yeah, these are 10 grams, and there's 10 of them. So yeah, I'm still subscribed to that. I probably should stop, but I can't stop. I love minis. And they work good for, a 10 gram can get me 2 heels. And like have a little bit extra over. Left over. Just keep on going, Lisa. And I got my pajama pants on. I got like dressed from half up, and I'm like, I'll put pants on later. It's Sunday. Oh, I love this bag. This is Knit for Brains on Etsy. I love her sock sacks. That's how she calls them. Sock bags. These little drawstring, teeny tiny bags. They're so cute. Alright. This is Deep Stash. I think I bought this in 2017. I think. Valkyrie fibers. And I'm gonna butcher this name. I think it's Famir. Faramir? I should know this because it's from Lord of the Rings. Faramir? I don't know. It's a character in Lord of the Rings. Yeah, so I had this. I'm like, I need to knit this. I've started rereading the Lord of the Rings books, and I'm like, it's time. It's time to knit these. I also have, let's see, a stretch. I also have this one, which is also I caked this up thinking, all right, I'm going to get to it, and I didn't. And this is Enwin? I don't know this name either. But I'm going to do these pretty soon, but I need to get some Christmas gifts done because, you know, I'm like, all right, I need to get these done, all this stuff done, and then I'm like, oh, I still have 3 more months. I can make more stuff. So at some point, I need to cut myself off and say, okay, Lisa, you can't do anymore. You're done. You're done. I would like to make my kids some more hats. Cats. Do you see that? Do you see what my brain did right there? It's a hot mess. because I feel bad because those other ones just, I don't know, they still like them, so. The hats are on the back burner. I need to make a few more things first, and if I have time, I will make them. If not, I'll just make them in January. Okay, back to the socks. Oh, I really love these. They're kind of like a neutral. They're not jazzy. This is Chiaogoo needles, red lace, 2.5 millimeter needle, 32-inch cord. I do the magic loop. These stitch markers are counting my rows, 10 rows per marker. And I do 12 rows of 2x2 rib. Oh, funny story with the double door socks. I always, when I knit myself socks, I always do 12 rows of 2x2 rib. And so those double door socks I cast on, did my 12 rows. All right, start knitting away. I did like 5. I think I did like 5 or 6 rows, and I'm like, oh, son of a, these are for me. These are for Amy. I need to do 15 rows. So I had to think back and fix that. I was so mad. Now, if I was at the point where I was at the heel, I would have been like, sorry, Amy, you get 12 rows. But since it was like 4 or 5 rows, I'm like, okay. I don't like knitting backwards. It's not as fast. What else? 64 rows? 64 rows. 64 stitches. I should not be doing this today. Oh my word. 64 stitches. Yeah. I think that's all I can say about these. I need to move on. I need to keep on moving. My brain is either not awake or just does not want to do this right now. Christmas bag. Merry Grinchmas. This is Stitching Plaza. This is another, it's not a Christmas gift because I want my kids to wear them for Christmas. So I am trying to finish them up so they can at least wear them for a month or two before, I don't know, they probably won't wear them in November, but they can if they want. And just a second, I got they're kind of like scrappy socks. I haven't put my stitch markers here yet. This is Lolodidit Hippos for Christmas. And these are, so they're kind of scrappy. Not really, because I just bought these balls. The green is Peapod. Knitpicks Stroll. And the red is Hollyberry. And these ones are for my youngest, Natalie, and I have scraps. I made myself Christmas socks out of this probably 2 years ago, and I still have a bunch left. I'm hoping that I have enough where I can possibly make myself some. I also have, so I have these 4 colors. I'll let my kids pick out what they wanted. I like them all together, so I might do that with mine. This one is Everglade Heather, and this red is Strawberry. So I said, hey, you guys can pick your colors. You can pick 2 colors, 3 colors, or all 4 colors, and I'll just stripe them. So my youngest Natalie, she picked these 2, and my oldest Chloe picked these 3 together. So I think it'd be funny, she picked 2, my other daughter picked 3, and then I'm going to pick 4. But I don't know if I'm going to get those done this year for me. We'll just wait and see. So I'm doing 64 stitches. Magic Loop 2.5 millimeter needles. These are Chiaogoo's 32-inch cord. And I'm doing 10 rows of each color. And I'm probably going to make these a little bit longer. I usually do 120 rows for their socks. But I might make them longer so they can wear them for more than 1 year. And I'm going to try to end with the red color. And then I'm going to do the toe in this color. So yeah, I worked on these when I watched the debate. So they're my debate socks. We're not going to talk about politics on here. I just said the P word, so you know what? I hope I don't lose a bunch of subscribers. Anyway, so those are my socks. I would like to have those done. Oh, this is the 25th. Ooh, it's getting close. It's getting close. At least by December 1st, so they can wear them in December. I was going to do them as a Christmas gift, but I said, you know, this is silly. Give them Christmas socks. They can wear them Christmas Day, and then that's it. So they will be a just because present. Okay. Last whip. I wasn't going to show this, but I'm showing it because it's my Cozy Memories blanket, and after I finish this row from here to here, which is how many squares? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 squares. Once I finish this row, I'm going to put it away for probably a month. I have a bunch of advent calendars swaps I did with some people, and I made one myself. Well, my kids made it for me out of my scraps, and then I bought one. So I wanted to have a nice even row, and since this is probably the only thing I'm going to work on in December, I'm going to take a break. I put these markers to see how many I do a month. I forgot to say that September I did 50. I did not count them ahead of time to see how many I have right now, so if you will just pause for a minute and I will try to count. Maybe. There's 25 squares across. Okay, just a second. 36. So I'd have 45. If I can finish this week, I will have 45 squares done in October. And this is the Cozy Memories by Kemper Ray. The only change I did 20 stitches by 20 stitches instead of, I think it was 23. And I'm using signature needles. I bought for my birthday last year. It's my birthday present. And these are US 2s at 2.75 millimeter. And these are the midi tips. So it's in between the blunt and the stiletto because I am a pusher with my finger and I don't like holes in my fingers. So, yep, this is the last time you'll see this until December, and that's probably all you're going to see because that's a lot of squares. If I have 3 advent calendars, that's what, I think it's 24, whatever 24 times 3 is. That's how many squares I'm going to try to do in December. All right, my foot's falling asleep. You're going to see my jammies again. Oh, we're not in the life stuff. I have a few acquisitions I forgot. Just a couple. Which one should I show first? I guess I'll show these ones. More West Yorkshire spinners. These colors were, I buy these from the Woolly Thistle website. And these are the two colors that I did not have. And when I went to purchase my Christmas yarn, they were not in stock. So I just, there's an option where you can notify when they restock. And I did that, and they came in. So I bought them. So now I have all the birds. This one doesn't say, but I think it's kingfisher. This one says it's goldfinch. So, yay. I love this yarn. It's and it's 75/25, and it contains 35% blue-faced luster. That makes it nice and crunchy. Alright, and this one, I have never used her yarn before. I saw this on Instagram, and I'm like, oh, I must have that. It's not self-striping. Plank and Stella. Unbelievable. The name had me. So I think I'm going to save this for next Halloween socks. I really want to cast it on, but I have a lot of things I need to finish up, and it's probably not going to happen. And since it's the end of October, I think I'll just save it and, yeah, knit it next year. I would like it as a hat, but I think that'd be too crazy. Is that too crazy? I don't know. I'll think about it. I don't have very many variegated socks. It is all self-striping, because that's what I love, but I think this would be fun socks. Okay, that is all my acquisitions. I've been trying to be good. Yeah. Alright, life stuff. Real fast. It's starting to get cold. I think the high around here is now like mid-40s. Maybe 50. Low 50s. We have turned our heater on. Our heater's been on for a while. There was a few nights where it got below 30, and I'm like, we need to turn the heater on. I'm sorry. So, no snow yet. Sometimes it does snow on Halloween, so we'll wait and see. Let's see, what else? Kids' schooling is going okay. I'm getting a little nervous. It gets closer to, I want to say it's the deadline. In the summer, they said they would do 100% online until December 4th. So it's getting close to December, and I'm starting to get nervous. I don't know what they're going to do, if they're going to let us pick, if they're just going to say, sorry, we're going back, and this is what we're going to do. Yeah, so I'm getting kind of nervous about that. I think the school board is going to vote in the next couple weeks. And we'll see what happens. I am hoping that they just wait until after Christmas, because it seems stupid. I don't know, maybe it doesn't seem stupid. It's just how the trimesters worked out. So if they go back, December 4th is a Friday, so they would go back on a Monday, so that would be 6th Monday. They would be at school for like 2 weeks, and then we would have Christmas break. I don't see the point of them trying to go back and then say, oh, 2 more weeks off. It just seems like it would be hard for kids to try to, get back to a schedule or a new schedule right before Christmas. But I am aware there are a lot of parents that do not like this this online learning, and it's too hard for them. And both parents work, and it's too difficult, and I understand that, but I don't know. I just want them to stay home a little bit longer. So we'll see what happens. My husband wants them to go back. I am a little on the fence about it. So there might be more yarn buying in my future. Actually, there is going to be. I'm going to be making another purchase of Desert Vista Dye Works. I am going to try to do her KAL. We're going to knit a pair of socks with her yarn each month. And I know I can do it. So I already placed 2 orders a while ago. So they would be here before January. But there is a Doctor Who Dalek, I think it's called Rainbow Exterminate. And she brings out colors early. Her November colors are early and they're on sale, and that is one of them. So I might order a couple. It's on sale. I gotta get on that because today's the 25th. So if I want to save a few dollars, I need to get on that. So yeah. Oh, I also got, I'm not showing it. I did open it and look at it because I couldn't help myself. Kirby Werby did a Advent skein from the TV show S Creek. You guys will know what I'm talking about. So, yes, that finally came in the mail and I'm so excited. It's not Christmassy, but I think I'm going to wait and do it in December. And where I'm going to do a stripe or 2 a day, and then I'll have them done at the end of the month. Maybe. I haven't decided. I'm not going to pressure myself too much. I also have a Cozy Knitter Advent skein coming. I think that is the only yarn I pre-ordered that's not here yet. Is the Cozy Knitter one. And then my Advent calendar. I haven't got that yet either. I don't know when they ship those. Probably pretty soon. And then my Desert Vista Dye Work orders, because it takes a while to get those made up, dyed up, whatever. So I still have yarn coming. But it might be a while before I get my next. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I am just rambling. I think that's it. Reading, I've kind of been meh. I finished the first Lord of the Rings book. I'm now moving to the second one. I'm still listening to all my podcasts. I'd rather listen to those than books right now. I just can't find a book that I like. I'm losing my book mojo. I need to, step it up because I want to read 120 books this year. And I'm at 106. I got 2 more months left. I need to get a move on, but I can't find a book that I like. TV shows. I'll talk about TV shows. I haven't done that. Let's see. My husband and I are watching Umbrella Academy, the first season. I think we have 1 episode left. The show's just weird. I like it, but it's weird. And we're watching the 5th season of Outlander. I love Outlander. It makes me want to go back and read those books. I think I have 7 and 8 I did not read. Those are like really meaty books, and I was kind of waiting until I got closer to my reading goal before I started one of those, because it's going to take a while. And I do those on audio. I think it's like 50 hours. Wow. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to get to those by the end of the year. We'll see. What else are we watching? There's a bunch of new seasons on Netflix. The Good Place has a new season. I want to watch that. S Creek has their last season on Netflix. I have not watched that. I really want to watch that one. We also watch Community. We haven't watched that one in a while. Yeah, I think that's all we're watching right now. Yeah, we have Netflix streaming, and we have the DVDs. We get, I don't know, does anybody still get the DVDs? We do. We have two at a time DVDs. We get 2 in the mail, send 2 back, send 1 back. We always have 2. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Because everything on Netflix streaming is not everything is on Netflix. Netflix streaming. I'm sorry, guys. I thought I was ready to do this, and obviously I'm not. The coffee is not kicked in yet. So that's why we get the discs, because there are movies and TV shows like Outlander. They have streaming. I think they have the first season, maybe the second, but they don't have anything else. And there's a lot of TV shows that are like that. So we still get the discs in the mail. Also, the older Doctor Who, they don't have those on streaming, so we get discs for those. So, yep, that is how I watch TV. And I also watch a lot of podcasts. Oh, that reminds me. I gotta tell you, we need to talk about this, because I'm a little upset at my husband. Okay, so my husband started working from home in March. So I was unable to watch my podcast because he needs the internet. There's not enough bandwidth for me to watch videos, for him to work. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I will sacrifice and just watch them on the weekends. So that's what I was doing up until probably a month ago. Yeah, just watching them on weekends. So once kids started school, probably about halfway in there, the first month, I told my husband, I'm like, I need to watch my podcast. So I said, well, how about in the evenings, I just watch them on my phone and you can watch whatever you want on the TV. Well, he didn't like that idea. So I'm like, well, I need to watch my podcast. I have so many of them. I'm getting behind. I don't have, just watching them on the weekends isn't enough. So he showed me on my iPod Touch, because that's usually how I watch them. I used to watch them on the TV, but since the kids are in school, I don't do that anymore. So after the kids are done with school, because they also need the internet, and the internet cannot handle his work, all their Zoom calls, and me watching podcasts. So after my kids are done with school, I can watch my podcasts for at least about an hour and a half before I have to make dinner. So how does that work? Why didn't my husband tell me this 6 months ago? So I have an app on my iPod Touch for YouTube. So you click on a video, and there's like these 3 little dots in the corner. If you click that, you can change the quality of the video so it doesn't use as much bandwidth. I think that's how my husband said it. I don't know. So the quality isn't that great. It's a little fuzzy, but that's fine, because most of the time I am knitting and I'm just listening. Occasionally I'll look up to see what project they're working on or whatever, or what yarn they got. So all of this time, I could have been watching my podcasts, especially in the summer when the kids didn't have school. I was a little upset, to say the least. I don't know if revelation came to him and like, oh, you can still do that. Just make sure the quality's like 360p or 280. If it's in between there, you'll be fine. Thanks. Thanks, now I can watch my podcast, but you know what? You could have done that 6 months ago. It's fine. It's fine. So I can watch podcasts for about an hour and a half every day during the week. So I'm hoping I can get caught up again. And now we're at 45 minutes. Okay, time to wrap it up. Thanks for watching like and subscribe. If you have any questions, you can put them right down there. I do read them. And I think that's it. I'm stalling because I'm thinking I just need to end this because this is a hot mess. So yes, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. If you want to share this so other people can watch it, go for it. And hopefully I will see you in a couple weeks. Bye.